say good morning to everybody? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Mesa in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic sparkling start to your winning Wednesday. Yes, this is one of my favorite days of the week. I only have 7 favorite days. And today we're talking about wins, and we are looking specifically at your wins for 2020. What wins have you had this year? Is Zephy going to say good morning? I just got a lecture from her, so I thought, well, she's chewing my thumb. Hey, no chewing my thumb, okay? That gives you scratches. Yes. Hey, you want to turn to the camera and say hi? You want to go hi? Mm? No? Just want to chew my thumb. So what are your wins for 2020? She's getting down. She's going to go eat and drink. That's fine. Yes. So, it's the last Wednesday of it is not only the last Wednesday of December, it is the last Wednesday of 2020. There are 2 sleeps until 2021 knocks on our doors and until we open the door on 20. Oh, jeepers. Let's come down here a little bit. I'm super excited because there's 2 sleeps until we get to open the door and step into 2021. I remember back in 2017, when after Brad had passed away, how I was in this fog and everything else. And on the 28th, which is our wedding anniversary of December, I went down to his graveside and finally got to open my box of See's Candies, because he had started this tradition where he would take me to See's Candies on my birthday, and I could pick out my own 1 pound box of assortment. I could have taken a 2 pound box, but it was just, I looked at it and I thought, yeah, no, that would tempt me too much. I managed to make a 1 pound box last me almost a month. And so I did that on my birthday on December 9th and went down to the cemetery on the 28th. I had not even opened the box. And I opened the box there at his graveside that particular day and had my first chocolate out of there. And but the thing was is that December the 9th, when I had gone into the See's Candy store, it wasn't the one that we had normally been into. And I had the worst experience I have ever had in a See's Candy store. It was a horrendous experience. I mean, my emotions were already all over the place because it was my first birthday without Brad. It was my first birthday doing our birthday tradition of going to See's Candies, and I was there without him. I was trying so hard not to cry during anything, and the service was the worst service I've ever had at a See's Candies. Now, I've always had really good service. I don't know what it was about this store, if it was their normal practice or anything else, but I haven't been back to a See's Candy store for my birthday since then. But anyway, getting back to the 28th. So on the 28th, I'm sitting there having my first chocolate out of there, and I did the lemon cream one because that was Brad's favorite. He always asked for that one as a sample whenever we went to a store. So I had that. That was my very first chocolate that I had. And in the early days of his grave being there with the gravestone in place and all of that, there was this little patch of grass you could lift up. And so if I went and had a picnic with him, and I would take some of his favorite foods and stuff, is I would pick up this little patch of grass and I would tuck a little piece of food in there and just pat it back down again. And figured, the ants are going to have fun with that, and the worms and whatever else is in there. But it was my way of sharing my meal with Brad. And so he didn't get any of the chocolate. But I did have one of his favorite drinks with me, so I lifted up the patch and poured a little bit of that drink down in there. Some of the crazy things we do. But anyway, so I was sitting there, and I'd been in a fog for the last 3 months since he had passed. And I remember getting up that day from his graveside feeling so much lighter. It was like the fog had cleared, and I felt so much lighter that day. And I remember walking to my car, and I could not wait for 2018 to start, where I could unlock the door on 2018, turn the handle, and open the door and step through. And it's kind of how I feel about this year as well. But not because most people will look at the global pause that's occurred this year as a bad thing. I have loved this year. It has been filled with so much abundance and blessings this year. I'm just shaking with excitement because I know that what I have put in place in 2020 is going to explode in 2021, because I'm working on my plans for the expansions, for the explosions, and preparing for that in 2021. So today is all about celebrating our wins, looking back over the entire year. What are our wins this year? what are some of the things that we have accomplished this year that we're proud of? What gave us that like yes feeling? And remember that feeling as you look back over the year. You will get that same excitement again. And while you're in that stage of excitement, I want you to sit down and start planning for 2021. When you get to unlock that door on New Year's Eve at 12 midnight, when you get to unlock that door and finally turn the handle and pull that door open and step through into 2021, what are you ready for in 2021? I know there's a lot of uncertainty about how things are going to go, but what path are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the uncertainty path where you're going to live in fear because you don't know what's happening? Or are you going to choose the other path, which is full of opportunities and abundance, and you're just going to rip through it no matter what's happening over there? It's all a matter of perspective. It really is. So what frame of perspective, what path of perspection are you going to take stepping into 2021? So today we want you to celebrate your wins of 2021. Let us know what some of your major wins are this year. Some of my major wins, I've turned a lifelong passion into a business with my genealogy. Another win for me this year, completing 366 Facebook Lives, daily Facebook Lives in a row over the course of a year. Finished that on July 31st. You all got to see my evening Facebook Live where I had Casey on. He's the one that issued me the challenge, and we got to talk about that challenge. That was a major milestone for me this year. So another major win. Other major wins include, successfully completing 5,890 miles in Sparkles with Zeffie on her first road trip, 36 campgrounds, 3 driveways, and 15 states we visited. Some we visited twice, but we went through 15 states in Sparkles. So that was another major accomplishment this year, and being able to complete that. So there's been a lot of stuff and there's a lot of little stuff that's happened along the way too. Getting the friends I've gotten to meet along the way, people I've been able to reconnect with along the way. It has been phenomenal. There's some people I've gotten that I've known, but I've got to really know them in person during this journey as well. So I consider this year for me to be a huge win. And there's lots of stuff I've got to be grateful for this year. And then we're going to be talking about gratitude tomorrow. But today is, what are your wins for 2020? Look back. What things have you succeeded at this year? What goals have you accomplished? What expectations have you met? What wins have you had? And what are you looking forward to in 2021? We've only got 2 sleeps till we get to unlock and open that door and step through into 2021. So what things are you, what wins have you had today? Tomorrow we're going to be looking at the gratitude portion of it. But today, what wins have you had? What processes or plans do you have in place to increase your wins in 2021, to make 2021 a better year than 2020? Because every year we should be trying to improve ourselves, trying to improve our results and everything else. Some years are going to be up, some years are going to be down. Trust me, I know there. I've been there. I've done that. Some years you're going to suffer great losses, and some years you're going to have great wins. But what are your accomplishments for this year that we can celebrate today as a winning Wednesday? So that's what I've got for you today. Go have a super fantastic, sparkling day. My dog is waiting for me to go have breakfast, but I've also got work to do. So I'm going to be working and eating breakfast this morning because we've had such a fun-packed morning already this morning. So anyway, go have a super fantastic, sparkling, winning Wednesday. Think about your wins for 2020 and let us know what some of your major wins are for this year. And then think about the plan, taking those wins and expanding on them going into 2021. Have a super fantastic, sparkling day, and we'll catch you guys later on today. Hei konara.